Okay, that was really weird. I was right in the middle of a live video and it just cut off. That was no fun. So maybe I need to repeat some of the things that I was talking about. But basically, hello, how's everybody doing? It's Thursday morning and I am still on a high from my Vegas weekend where basically I went to Vegas to a mastermind. A couple of weeks before that, it was in Jamaica. And so we're talking about the importance of events. We're talking about the importance of networking. And one of the things that I was talking about, and I preach it, I live it, I breathe it, and that is the importance of a black rectangle. And exactly what does that mean? And, how does that pertain to you? And here's my notebook that I went to Vegas with, and I look through here, and I don't know if you can see because of the light and stuff, but there's several of these black rectangles that are right here. And basically what that means is it is a reminder to myself that those are action steps, right? Those are action steps on when I come home. When I was sitting through the event and I was, sitting there listening, I was thinking, this is something that I need to implement. This is something that I have to take action on immediately. And so, one of the things that we have a problem with, not really a problem, but one thing that is exciting is you go to these events and you learn and you're around all these like-minded people and it's exciting. But what happens is you come home and then you're lost again, right? And you're just like, what was it again that I was talking about? Or what was it again that I needed to do? And that's why it's super important. That's one tip that I always talk about, at the beginning of my events. And that is, trying to remember when you get home the things that you need to take action on. Maybe it's to sign up for some kind of tool that they talked about that's going to make your business be a lot smoother, go a lot faster, do whatever it is that you're going to do quicker, so you'll get to your results quicker. I love that saying that basically says, if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep getting what you're getting. And so, and whatever it is that you're doing, whether it is, an Amazon business, whether it's your podcasting, whether it is, something in your business, whatever it is that you're doing, if you don't change what it is, then you're going to keep doing what you're doing. And so that's why, like I say, when I go to events, I do the little, and you can be any shape that you want, but it basically reminds you when you get home, this is what I need to do. This is the action that I need to take. Because if I don't take action, then I'm going to keep staying and keep doing what I'm doing. Right. And so super important to do that. I was, like I say, at a 2-day mastermind in Vegas this weekend. It was amazing. And just in that 2 days, I met some of the most amazing people. And it happens every single time when I go to events. Is it hard to go to events? Yes. You have to get your travel together. You got to get on a plane usually, or drive. You've got to get your hotel. You've got to get babysitters for your kids. You've got to get your stuff in line. And so, hi, Michael, how are you doing? And so, it's hard. It's hard to get to events. And so, yes, it was the Blueprint Academy with Aiden Booth and Steve Clayton that I went to, Michael. And so I think that, with the things that I look back at, my Amazon career, I guess, if you would say, like selling on Amazon, and now I sell on different platforms like Shopify, eBay, all those kind of things, Etsy, we do these different things. And that is, over the last 6 years, every single year. Hi, Mikkel. There's so many events that I attend. And so I think that, a lot of my success, and I'm very humbled to say that, is because of events. I go there. I remember even just being at this event in Vegas, and I was sitting right next to the speakers, right? And I was able to she was talking about YouTube and and how, she had a YouTube channel of 275,000 people. And I was, I had just a quick question like, hey, do I need to, I have a YouTube channel. Do I need to start another one? And, something as simple as that, but she was sitting right next to me and I was able to get my answer. And so, events are super important. You never know who's sitting next to you. You never know who's in the room. You may be surrounded by, 6-figure sellers, 7-figure sellers, 8-figure sellers, and you just never know. And so it's super important And so, oh yeah, that's cool, Michael. And so her name is Mikkel. And so, yeah, we'll see how that goes there with that name, the names and stuff. So, last year alone, I think I spoke at 10 events. That's the most I've ever done. And yes, it's fun to speak, but what's even more exciting to me is like the people that I'm able to be around and learn from. And like everybody has a skill, everybody has something to share, everybody does something in their business that can help other people, right? And it's amazing to me on how we get together at these events and you get like-minded people all together in the same place, and that's super exciting because there's energy in the room that you don't feel when you're sitting behind your computer. We all are, a lot of us on here are entrepreneurs. We sit behind our computer and we're doing this by ourselves. We're doing an online business. And so when you get to a live event, it's super exciting to be around people and say, hey, what tactic are you using? Or what kind of, new traffic source are you using for this or whatever? Do you have a software that you recommend? Or, and most of the events that I go to, everybody is willing to help each other. And, that's the exciting thing is like, there's room for everybody in this arena, right? It's not like, oh, let me keep this to myself because I don't want to share this, because if I share this, then too many people will know, whatever. If you go with the attitude of being able to and wanting to help, it's interesting because the karma that goes around, if you help other people, then people will be willing to share with you as well. It's just that's how it is. And last year we had my first event, Simplezonseller, right here in Houston, and it was the most incredible event. I mean, I've been to a lot of events, and somehow we had 104 people, and some of the most incredible, sweet, good people. Like their hearts are good. They wanted to share. We hung out. It was just, I mean, I think of that event and I'll always remember that event because it was like my very first one. And it was just like the kind of people that were gathered together in the same place. It was super exciting to see and to learn and to hear. Like here we are a year later, and I hear people in the conference group say, hey, I took a tactic and I took a method and a technique that we learned at Simplezonseller, and my sales on Amazon, for 1 month went up 38,000. Of course, that's sales, not take home, but still, like one tactic that someone shared, and not necessarily from stage. You could be one of the beauties of events. And here's the thing, this 2-day event in Vegas, I could have stayed home and listened to the recordings and gotten that content. But I was like, I want to be there. I want to meet the people in the mastermind. I want to rub shoulders with them. I want to get to know the speakers. I want to go face to face. And I was so glad that I did. Was it hard? Super, super hard, because I have 8 kids, I've got all this stuff going on. We're moving to San Antonio, and, we can make up excuses all day long of why we can't come to an event and why we can't buy this course and why we can't do this in our business. But for the most part, the bottom line is, and this is something that continues to stick with me, and that is people have done it before you, right? People are doing it. They are successful. And if they are, we know that we can too. All of us have 24 hours in a day, 7 days a week. We choose what we do with our time, right? And so anyway, I just wanted to get on here. I'm about to, have to do some stuff with my work and stuff today, but I wanted to get on here and invite you, and let you know that my event again, Simplezonseller, and you can find it at simplezonseller.com, is around the corner. It's April 4th and 6th right here in Houston. We only have 100 tickets. And, I'm not really sure what the count is, but, every day there are people signing up. So if you want to get, here and be around some of the most, if you go to Simplezonseller, you will see the caliber of speakers and the people that come to these events. I am super blessed to have the people that are here. I had, great speakers last year. I'm having great speakers again this year. And so it's like, I'm not sure if I'll do this again. I'm really not sure. And so people say, well, will you do this again? I can come to your next event. And I'm actually moving over into personal development retreats. I'm still doing my Amazon business, but I'm not sure if we'll do Simplezonseller again next year. We will see. But it's a real special conference. It's near and dear to my heart, and it's more about the giving and paying it forward, because when I first started this business, I had people who I reached out to, and I remember, that it was because, like I say, I went to an event and met people. In fact, one of the speakers here that's speaking at my event is the very first person I met at an Amazon event, and it was Linda Joseph, and she's going to be speaking. And it's just like, as I look back at my journey, it's like that is what helps you to move forward, is the events. It's getting to know people and knowing what they know and sharing what you know. So I invite you. If hopefully there are still tickets left. If you go to the page at simplezonseller.com, Houston is a very easy airport to get to. You usually can get cheap rates. You can drive if you're local. But this year is a 3-day event. Last year was a 2-day event. I feel like we need more networking time. So we'll have more breaks in between. I personally, even though I live 20-25 minutes from the hotel, I personally will be staying in the hotel this time so that I can network more with the attendees in the evenings, and, just to be there. And it's going to be a great conference. And so, if you at all are interested in the e-com world, it's going to be an amazing event. And so again, I invite you at simplezonseller.com in April. Hope to see some of you, shake your hands, share with you from my heart the things that I know, and invite you to surround yourself with some of the most amazing people. All right, I better get to going and doing what I need to do today, but I had to stop in while I had it on my mind and say a quick hello to you, invite you, and I hope you guys are having an amazing day wherever you are. Take care. Bye.